What does God think of you?
I think I'm a lost sheep, maybe. He sees me
God
like a
thinks that
sheep.
you're a lost sheep?
Yeah.
And why does he think that?
Because I don't know, like a pastor, you have your, oh gosh, I'm probably going to do a bad job. But, you've got your,
It's not a guessing game, so you can't do a bad job.
well, just that he probably sees me as like I have all the will to want to have a relationship with him, but I'm like lost, maybe.
You lost?
Yeah.
Why are you lost?
I question everything and, yeah, because I don't have clarity. That's why, because things don't seem clear to me. Everything seems like a two-way mirror.
Like what, for example?
But just everything. I think, I can't distinguish like the fruits
Speak
of.
into the mic for me.
I don't know. It just everything seems confusing and
Like
everything.
what, for an example?
Just everything. Any a good example would be, like what's going on with Reggie and things like that. Like I can see one side of it being right, and I can see one side of it being wrong. Like everything, I can see both the good and the bad in the same moment. Like the same thing, I can see both good and I can see both bad. I can
What's
see
the good in what Reggie's doing?
Well, like I see his intention, like he's trying to have a relationship with God. He wants to, like he says, seek truth, and he wants to speak truth. And to him, however it's being revealed to him, it's being revealed to him in that manner. And so he, like he says, it's to him, he doesn't see it as the ego. He sees it as the seeking of ultimate truth. And that's why he wants to correct people. That's why he wants to stand up for people. But then I can also see that that's ego, that's his ego driving him to want to prove to somebody what's true. And the ability to want to convince someone, that comes from ego. You're wanting to convince somebody and wanting them to see what you see. That's ego.
And so how does that, in few words or less, how does that apply to your life?
That when I look at my life and myself, I could see the good things that I do, and I see in that same action, I could see the bad in it. I see both. I don't see.
Give me an example of a bad thing you're doing if it's not too personal.
Like the bad thing I'm doing is I'm still with my boyfriend. We still live
still what?
together. I'm still with my boyfriend. I still live together with him. I'm still in the same situation that I was a year ago.
And why don't you move out of that situation?
Because of how I see it, that there's the good in what we're doing. There's more. There's
What
this.
good is there
there's two
in you
parents.
living with a man you're not married to?
We're two parents living and raising our child together in the same home, and there's a huge. I think there's a lot of value in having the mother and the father in the same
What
home.
value is it to have a child see a father and mother sinning?
I guess for
I wouldn't
me,
even call it
there's-
sinning, but setting a bad example
Yeah.
for him, and that you're not married, so you're not under the umbrella of God. Isn't that going to cause him to repeat the same thing?
Yes and no, because I also don't see that not being married is that bad of a thing. Like I feel like our situation is just.
Well,
and
then
that's,
why are you having issues with it then if you don't see it as a bad thing?
Because
that bad of a thing.
when I hear what it is, when I hear, not what I know, but when I
Right.
hear him through my ear that, a man and a woman being married and having a children, all of this is the right way. When I hear that, it's like something in me, knows that.
And why not follow that then? That's in
But
you.
because
that's
when I
you.
look at when I look at the reality of my situation, I just don't, I've
Riding two horses.
I'm riding two
Yeah.
horses, absolutely.
That's
And
right.
that's why I feel like.
Well, just suffer and die.
Yes, and that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. Just suffer until you're ready to ride one horse. You know what I'm saying? So just suffer.
Yes,
Because you are suffering.
yes, I am.
Yeah. But as he just hit the nail on the head, you can only ride one horse. What? You want to say something to this?
Yeah.
Okay. Last word, Joe.
I mean, what I hear that she's trying to say is that, she doesn't quite know what to do. She doesn't see it clear to move out, so she doesn't move out. So, but she intellectually knows from you saying it, like, I should move out, this is the right thing, but she doesn't know it for herself.
But I disagree.
I don't know.
She loved the man more than she loved God.
But she doesn't see
So
that.
she can't give up the man. She'd rather give up God and her son rather than giving up a man that won't treat her right.
No,
He shows no respect to her by not marrying her. He's using her. But she loved him more than she loved God. And so everything else is excuse making.
I don't think she sees it.
Yes, she does.
She doesn't see it.
No,
Well, maybe.
no.
But from what she said, it seemed like that. But
Am I wrong?
Yes and no, because
It can't be wrong.
the part where I do disagree a little bit is like, this is what I see is I'm with somebody that doesn't put God first, right? I know
See,
I'm
she
with
loved the
someone
man first.
that's not putting God first. And I have all the intention to want to put God first. I might not be doing it, but I have all the intention
But
to
if you
want
have good intention is paved to hell or something like that.
Oh, that's why I'm suffering.
Yeah. But
But
you love this man in your fallen state more than you love God. You're not seeking first the kingdom of God. You're supposed to love God with all your heart, soul, and might, along with nothing else. And your neighbor as yourself, everything else will fall in place. But you, in your fallen state, desire this man more than you do God. And everything else is an excuse, because you know the right thing to do. You just love this, want to be with this guy more than you do God. And you don't even love your son enough to do it the right way in hopes that he won't have to go through that. And I'm not telling you to break up with, I'm not even telling you to move. I'm telling you to stay there and suffer, right? But I'm not telling you to break up with the guy. I'm saying, since he's not trying to do the right thing, you want what's right, why not at least separate, don't live together, and still date at a date, no sex and all that crap. And
Well, I've
maybe
definitely
you would,
been following
maybe
that.
God will help you to come out of it, and maybe he will follow. If not, it'll be over.
Because we do have a separation between us, and we are not.
No, you're not separated from him.
Gonna do that.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be struggling like this. But just suffer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just suffer. Maybe your pain wakes you up. Maybe that'll make you cry to God. Just suffer. You're nice.
Thank you.
And you write nice music, by the way. And you sing good, too. You need to write another song, by the way, for the show.
If anybody wants to call it, if anybody wants to. I don't have the equipment, so I don't know how to, like,
Just put the
produce.
words down and come in the studio and make it or
Okay.
something. All right?
I'll do that.
What do you think about that, Joel?
I mean, to me, it just seems like she's not clear.
No,
Even if
she's
that's the
clear.
case, but
Oh, she's clear.
maybe it seems like she's not clear that she's clear. She doesn't. It seems like she doesn't know that she knows. That's what it seems like to me.
You think she's retarded?
No, she doesn't. I just think she doesn't see it clear enough to make the decision.
No, she see. I've been like that before with a woman. And I knew I should be doing the right thing, but I was so addicted in that ego fallen state that I just made up excuses and stayed there and suffered. So, we know.
Maybe.
She said inside of her is telling her what to do. So she know, I can't take it. They yelling at me, everybody's going out. But just suffer until next Sunday.
Okay.
All right.